The past few months had been brutal. Jenna and I had been married for 7 years. Sure, like any couple, we had our highs and lows, but I believed we were steady. I worked hard, made a decent living, and always made her happiness a priority. But something shifted. She started staying out late. Her eyes were always glued to her phone, and the excuses came more frequently. Why she didn't want to talk, why she was too tired, why we couldn't spend time together like we used to. One night, while her phone was charging beside the bed, a message notification lit up the screen. It was from someone saved under the name Monica, but the message was far from innocent. My chest tightened. I tried to brush it off, but dread crept in. Curiosity won. I unlocked the phone and opened the conversation.
What I found shattered me.
The thread was overflowing with flirtatious texts, intimate emojis, and plans to meet up. I scrolled further and eventually found the truth. His name wasn't Monica. It was Derek. Just Derek. Derek was an old coworker of hers. I vaguely remembered her mentioning him years ago, casually noting that he wasn't her type. Apparently, that had changed. The messages revealed they'd been meeting for months, hooking up in hotels, at his place, even during her work breaks. What gutted me the most was discovering that they had been in our home. In our bed. While I was away on a business trip. I didn't confront her, not right away. I needed proof. Cold, hard proof. So, I started documenting everything. Screenshots of messages. Call logs. I even activated location tracking using our shared phone plan. It felt like a dagger twisting in my gut every time I saw something new, but I stayed calm. I knew if I was going to make my move, I had to be smart, unshakable. So I smiled. I acted normal. More than that, I became the picture-perfect husband. I brought her breakfast in bed, volunteered to run errands, anything that gave me more time to plan. She had no clue what I was up to. Meanwhile, I contacted a lawyer. Quietly, thoroughly. We reviewed our prenup, something she had insisted we barely needed. But there it was, in black and white. A fidelity clause. If she cheated, she gave up her rights to alimony and any claim to the house, both of which I had fully paid for. That clause was about to become my best ally. My lawyer advised me to keep collecting evidence, so I did, right up until the night I set everything into motion. Jenna told me she was going out with her friend Lisa for a girls' night. I already knew the truth. A GPS tracker I'd placed under her car told me where she was really headed. I had even hidden a discreet camera in our home. That night, I watched, stone-faced, as she picked up Derek and brought him into our house. Into our bed. I recorded everything. The next morning, I got dressed for work like usual, but instead of heading to the office, I drove to my lawyer's. We finalized the divorce papers and had them served to her the very next afternoon, while she was at Derek's place. At the same time, I arranged for all of her belongings to be professionally packed and delivered to her mother's house. When she returned that evening, she walked into a home with an empty closet and a changed security code. But the best part? I sent Derek a copy of the court papers, along with a note that simply read, "You can have her. She comes with no house, no money, and no conscience." He responded with a weak apology, pretending he didn't know she was married. But he did. He absolutely knew. Jenna called me dozens of times afterward, crying, begging, screaming. I never answered. Not once. Instead, I posted a single line on Facebook. Sometimes, losing a liar is the biggest win. Mutual friends figured it out quickly. The news spread fast. She was humiliated. That was 6 months ago. Jenna now lives in a small apartment and works as a waitress. Derek? He vanished just 2 weeks after the divorce papers were served. Turned out he never wanted anything serious, just a bit of excitement. She was left alone, abandoned by the man she risked everything for. I hear she's struggling. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not bitter. In fact, I feel free. I've started dating again, slowly, cautiously. Trust takes time now. But I'm healing. What Jenna did broke something inside me, but it also made me stronger. I didn't lose anything. I simply let go of someone who never deserved me in the first place. Revenge doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes the most powerful payback is quiet, methodical, and precise. I never shouted, never fought. I just let her fall on the sword she forged. And that was the most satisfying part of all.